Hello there. If you're watching this, then you might be my professor. Hi, Dr. Spanke. Or you might be some rando on the internet. Or me. So, either way, wherever you are, uh, allow me to welcome you to this unedited moment of my life. While recording this video, may be a part of this pre-serving compilation for my methods course. It's also something I really enjoy doing. Because I don't know if you can see it. I have like an avatar sale from 2009 up there. And I don't know. Just these moments of like recording myself is something I personally enjoy doing because it reminds me of Avatar, where Jake he records himself to document his journeys for the RDA, and Miles Quaritch who does it for the recon mission to remember who his human self was. For me, it too is a conversation with my past self and present self to remember who I was and to remind my future self of, where I was and where I hope to be, which, man, do I hope I made it, wherever I am. Hello. So, yeah. So for this video that I've recorded 3 times at this point, I need to answer these 2 following questions, which, well, hold on, no. I need to record for this one question, which is, what have I revealed myself to be? Awkwardly. What is my identity? What are my values? This wall. Where I have flags, I have burnt cookies, UCLA Berkeley, because we got plane ticket, an entire I was born this way interview from Lady Gaga that Dr. Benko said, that's so Jack, because I annotated it in the middle of a vision board making session last semester. This entire wall I wake up to every morning because it's my own little space of identity that I wake up to, and it's a place that I like to explore. I think spaces of identity, whether they be countering, iconic, or other, they're beautiful spaces to explore when they're welcomed into, whether it be by someone else or us giving us ourselves the permission. And you can honestly thank Reverend PDRT Dr. Taylor for that, because last week his words were these: invitation is the highest form of flattery. One of the most pressing questions I've had since, honestly, this summer have been this: am I ready? And that's really like a really hard question to answer because we aren't really ready for anything. Even when we have these big leaps that we've prepared for years to jump off, we fear that jumping. We see this like end of the world look when we peer off the edge of the cliff, and it terrifies us because deep down we know in our subconscious that we will have no wings to save us. We ain't gonna have no wings that we spontaneously sprout to carry ourselves up and out. We won't have wings from anyone to save us, and so yeah, I'm not ready, and it's scary to confront that because I know that I'm not 100% emotionally ready. I've talked about this before in my critical dialogues, but I think truly that optimistically I am 80% ready. Even then, that answer doesn't really go into this next question of, do I deserve this? I must be right. Because with all of these grants that I have been writing since like this summer, I would actively push myself to go for these opportunities if not for somebody else's recommendation. Like, I may have received the email saying that I'm eligible And I may have kept those PDFs open and highlighted, but like the other 117 tabs that I currently have open, it would have just remained there, open, waiting. So at the end of the day, part of me is just honestly doing this for somebody else's approval. And that part of me, Dr. Spanke, you know to a degree. You've mentioned it before. I know it's selfish. It's wanting to be nurtured and praised before it has to hide away. Uh, it seeks not to bite the hand that feeds, but bite the rock so hard that it leaves a deep impression that speaks, well, what greatness. If not for one of the other math education majors may recommend me, then Miles calling me up confused to come back to the student center, in which I really quickly walked over there, fanning off the sweat to talk to Andrea, who helped me throughout these months. Ryan, I would have not spent months with her looking over these damned essays again and again and again. And I miss it. It was so much fun for me, writing, presenting, defending, researching, and I did it all for approval. I do it for approval for others because somebody else recommended me. Someone who I know is looked up to, who I've looked up to, who I've admired, someone who believed in me, and opportunities. These opportunities come to you only when someone out there believes that yes, you are deserving. And they ask you questions about the process and how it is and how you're doing and if you are okay, because that side of you interests them. It's a side that's so interesting that it made them believe, yes, you can do this. I can do this. I know I see others' approval and I feed off of it. And because you might psychoanalyze it, but yeah, growing up, praise held the hidden motive, and it is so much different now. You've seen thousands of students like me. There's no doubt about that. I'm not unique in that regard, but I'm not unique. My circumstances and experiences are different, and I know you will not be another person like me. You will never probably have another student who will write the way I do. You know what that is. I seek approval because I don't understand it. Yeah, I'm ashamed of approval for myself, but receiving it is like drinking the most smoothest, coolest, most refreshingest water for many good gulps. And even though I feel calmer now, because this is like the first semester that I have where I don't care about grades, the addiction still persists, and it's going to continue to exist as long as I never let myself heal from certain things. Even when I become physically free, when I breathe that final breath, that first breath that I can breathe in this air alone without being told how to breathe, I'll be physically free then, but I will take many years to be emotionally ready to heal. So, yeah, until then, I can let myself heal through smaller moments, like collecting gold wrapping paper from Rishi's in hopes of making the Golden Power Ranger from Samurai, because that's something I used to do. Or wonder if I'll have a student like Lorenz, which is a Fire Emblem character that I had half of a Critical Dialogue 10 written about, and it's a way in for me to finish. A student like that who I've reached in some small way. Or maybe something else. But, at the end of the day, I'm going to do something, and I'm going to do things that I love, because really, what is life without love? I find myself to be a person who cares so deeply that it's radical. It's so radical that I can get the most structured speaking kid to trip up and say something that no one else knew about. And it's terrifying, but it's love. It's dangerous, and yet I still love. And I'm gonna keep loving. I also keep a tissue box in my office for those days, so I don't reach into my pocket for a napkin instead.